grabs that gear, just ugh. Hi people, the interwebs. It's your favorite abandoned warehouse, Sarah here with another car review. And today I have this 2020 Toyota 86 Hakone Edition in the color Hakone green with these bronze wheels. It is a perfect color combination. I love it. But the question is, should you buy an 86 now after they've been out for several years, or wait for the new generation that's going to be coming out within a year or so? Styling wise, nothing has really changed other than the color of the car. You still get these same amazing LED headlights with the individual little LEDs for your daytime running light, as well as the blinker down below. It's a good looking headlight and they work amazing at night, especially with these LED fog lights. And speaking of good looking, the front bumper, when it went from the Scion FRS to the 86, it got this revision that kind of makes it look a little bit like a frog in the nose area. It's a good looking bumper, and now that the car is green, it really looks like a frog. Bronze wheels. I absolutely love bronze wheels, especially paired with an amazing color like this. And these ones are 17x7s. They're wrapped in 215/45 Michelin Primacy tires. I also noticed if you stick your head inside the wheel well, the overspray that's in back there, they didn't put any black rubber undercoating in the wheel well, and the overspray is kind of bluish looking. This is probably one of the smallest fuel filler doors I've ever seen on a car before. I mean, it's not much bigger than the hole you stick the nozzle in. And there's not really much else I can talk about in the rear of this car because it's been out for a hot minute. Not much has changed back here. It's a good looking booty though. I am absolutely obsessed with the color of this car. It is so pretty, and it changes color depending on what time of day it is and where you park it in the shade or direct sunlight. It's beautiful. It would be hard for me to own this though, because I would want to keep it immaculately waxed all the time. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this color? Do you love it, hate it, like it, meh? Bronze wheels, yeah? As far as the interior goes, I am not going to read off a brochure to you because it is 2020 and you all know how to work the Google button. So I'm gonna give you my physical observations from sitting inside this Hakone Edition 86 right now. And if you guys are wondering what the hell a Hakone is, it's actually a famous turnpike. It's an amazing driving road in Japan, and they named this amazing driver's car after it. The more you know. Anyway, first up, the seats. Tight bolstering, tight. It's comfortable. The seats are super comfortable, yet they bolster amazing too, and it's not a pain to get in and out of this car. Okay, this is gonna be fun. And they're black Alcantara in the center with tan leather on the sides. Why do I do this to myself? Why? And it goes all throughout the interior of that theme as well. So you have the black Alcantara on the dash with Toyota 86 in the same tan stitching on there, as well as your shift boot, your e-brake boot have the tan stitching on them, and then the door cards have the black Alcantara as well. The headliner is black, and the trunk also has a black trunk mat with the tan stitching that says 86 on it. This car is so tiny, I actually have access to the people sitting up front's cup holder. I can just steal their drink while I'm sitting back here. Has the same cruise control stock that my 1991 MR2 has. I love Toyota parts bin stuff. I mean, why change it if it works, right? The rear seat on this car is equipped with its own sunroof. You can just turn your head and look out the back roof. I'm leaving oily hair spots all over the back window. The infotainment system in here is cute. It's small but effective. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's easy to use. I'm probably gonna end up cleaning that myself because I'm too nice. And there are two traction control buttons in here. What that track button basically does is it limits the VSC's capability of keeping the car in control, so it allows you to have some fun but not get too crazy with the cheese whiz. However, when I drive this car, I just hold the regular traction button all the way down and keep it fully disabled, no nannies whatsoever. The only thing tech-wise I wish this car had, and it's super cheap to add to a vehicle, and I don't know why it doesn't have it, is the 3-button blink. You hit it once and it only blinks once in here. All cars should have 3-button blink. It's simple, it's cheap. You know what? If you just took this seat completely out and extended your legs out a little bit further and maybe the wheel, you could actually drive from the back seat back here. That'd be weird. Ow, my head. Time to take this thing for a rip. Oh, push button start. Now in the gauge cluster, you do have a square LCD display that is kind of broken up by the tachometer. It's neat how they put it in there. And there are some performance meters on here. So you do have a G-force gauge as well as a stopwatch for a lap timer. And there's also a little dynamometer that shows the dip in the torque curve. And fun fact, that is actually due to emissions on these cars having 2 Cadillac converters. And yeah, if you just did an aftermarket tune on this and a full header back exhaust, you can probably work that out. In the name of science, I shall now give it the beans. I'm going to disable traction control fully by holding down this traction control button. And I'll give it a light launch. See what this thing can do. Ready? A little bit of wheel spin. A little bit of wheel spin again. Ooh, nice. Yeah, buddy, man, it's satisfying when it grabs that gear. Just, ugh. That 4.3 final dry ratio is on point. It almost makes this thing like a rally car. It just stays right there in the upper RPMs once you get it going. A little bit of lag down low. It's torqueless, but man, is it rewarding once it's going. Wow, that is crazy. That is the lightest hood ever. Why can't your hood be that light, Mr. Ghost? I just noticed this. Underneath the hood is actually painted black. I was not expecting that, considering the actual underside of the hood itself is green. Hello, and welcome to Garage Science with Sarah. Powering this 2020 Toyota 86 is the FA20, technically, but Toyota calls it the 4U GSE because they have to have their own acronym to name the engine. They can't use Subaru's acronym. FA20. Subaru. Fun fact though, Toyota actually had a boxer engine of their own back in the 1960s, which was the 2U. There was a fun bit of history that I included in this video for you. Anyway, back to the engine. The 4U GSE or FA20 produces 205 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 156 pound-feet of torque at 6,400 RPM, which was part of the problem that many car enthusiasts had with this platform. The fact that it is not a torque monster and it is slightly on the underpowered side. However, I am of the mindset that this car is adequately powered because it allows you to fully send it at 110% and hone in your skills. This is a tool to perfect your driving abilities. I agree with the opposing argument that more power in this platform would be fun, and no one enjoys it when their Aunt Karen pulls up next to them at a set of lights in her Toyota Camry and reminds you who runs these streets when she leaves you in the dust in your Toyota 86. It's time for the braking test. No one behind me but a penguin on the rear deck lid. Ready? Oh, the penguin. Poor penguin. He flew and he hit the HVAC controls. Brakes work good. I wonder if the clamping force is that much better though of the Brembos, or if it's just fade resistance where you really make the gains because the rotors are larger. Be interesting to test one with the Brembos. Hi, I'm back. The drivetrain found on this Hakone 86 is the 6-speed manual transmission with triple synchros on first through third, a final drive ratio of 4.3, and a Torsen LSD. You don't get that with the automatic version. There is an automatic version. I've driven it. It's not bad. However, Toyota, why can't you get the Brembo brakes and shock stampers with the Hakone Edition? I'm guessing maybe these bronze wheels don't clear the Brembo calipers? Definitely notice on this back road there's quite a bit of road noise inside the 86, but honestly, with this thing weighing under 2,800 pounds, I don't care about road noise. Weight is what matters. It also allows you to hear that glorious FA20 or 4U GSE roar under the hood. First set of corners. Oh my God, these cars are epic. Love the induction noise. Yeah, more power would be fun, but I really can't hate on this car for not having enough power. I love it the way it is. Coming to this corner, ooh, a tiny bit of body roll. Ooh, it rotates nicely though. This corner, little bit of sideways, it just rotated just a tiny bit around that. I've driven both the automatic and the manual transmission version of this car, and while the automatic's not bad, the 6-speed manual in here is awesome. This is the first time I've driven a 6-speed manual version of an 86 or a BRZ, and with the 4.3 final drive, cruising at highway speeds, you are tacking above 3,000 RPM in 6th gear. I've been driving it spiritedly and averaging over 26 miles per gallon, which is decent. I love when collaborations between two car companies work out so well like this 86 did with Subaru and Toyota. I'm excited to see what the next generation brings. So if you guys have never seen one of my car reviews before, I have multiple categories to rate and assess vehicles that are on the fringe of not making any sense whatsoever. But they make sense to me, and they're based on science and stuff. So the first category is the bean score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 beans based on the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. And this Toyota 86 Hakone Edition is going to get a rating of 1 bean. It's a good bean though. It's a bean that lets you send it, and send it with precision. It's not the quantity of the beans, it's the caliber and the capability of the bean. If you want to be fast, learn how to drive better and just chuck it into a corner even harder. Next up is the cookie category. It's a rating of 1 to 5 cookies based on what you get for what you pay. And this Hakone Edition 86 is getting a rating of 3 cookies, all because the interior on this car is incredible. The Alcantara suede with this tan leather, it's so nice. It really is a nice interior for what you're paying for this car. The only thing that would make it more cookies is if you could get the Brembos and the SOX dampers on this Hakone Edition. I think it should come standard with the Brembos because it's a special edition car. And last up is the Penguin category. It is an assessment of how much I personally like a car on a rating of 1 to 5 penguins, and the Hakone Edition gets a rating of 4 penguins. Reason being is I like special editions of cars that are at the end of a life cycle. Yes, the new 86 is coming out, but I have never been a fan of buying a first model year of a new car. I think that if you wait until the end, they get all the bugs worked out and they add extra features to help them sell, and you get something like this. The best of the best you're gonna get with an 86. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon with another. Bye.